story.
And what I remember is that we filmed that story actually in like 2019.
2019, we filmed it like at the tail end of summer, I think, maybe even the fall of
Yeah.
2019.
And it didn't air until like Thanksgiving of
A year
2020.
later. Yeah, the
Um,
pandemic. The pandemic took so much away from us. I think it was like right after we filmed that story. It must have been later in 2019 because I remember right after we started switching from like working from in the building to working from home, and a lot of our editing software. I never really saw my photographer. Or not my photographer, my editors. It was kind of like a lost cause with a lot of our stories that we had, that we were working on. We had to figure out how to do things.
I actually have the picture on my Instagram still that we took in front of that little, what was it, like car or whatever that was wrapped with eyewitness news. That was October 17th of 2019 when we filmed it. Oh, and I never told you this story. So you pitched the idea of getting one of my parents to partake in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was ultimately my father who partook in it. To get him to do it, like he was nervous because no one up to that point, no one had said, "Hey, I want to talk to you about your son's music career," and all that stuff. So he didn't know how to react. But then I did some research on you, and I found out that you were from San Diego and everything like that.
Yeah.
So when I pitched it to him, I was like, "Hey, she's from La Jolla," and he's like, "Wait, really?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I used to get my oil changed back. I used to get my oil changed there when you were a little kid."
What a small world, really.
He's like, "Let's do it." And I was like, "Okay, cool."
Oh my gosh, your dad is awesome. He was honestly so kind to just let us into you guys' home and do the interview with us.
Yeah, he's like one of the nicest people ever. Like ever since I told him that I wanted to be a rapper, he's supported me through everything. And like, I remember the very first show I did at Jerry's Pizza in 2015. And he was there in the front row. He didn't exactly know what was going on. All he knew was that I was performing, and he was like, "Let's do it." And he was there, and he like, there's a picture on my Instagram right now. You could see him standing in the front row amongst a bunch of young people, all because I was there and I was performing for that 15 minutes or whatever it was. He's like, he supported me through everything.
I love that. It's so special. Well, how's it been for you since
I
that
just